Hey guys, it's me, Scott. Uh, for our technology part of our lesson plan, I picked making a Jeopardy game out of Stu's quiz boxes. So since I can't upload this directly into D2L, this is going to be how we do it. So I'm going to go ahead and explain to y'all how I created this and let y'all see how it works. So when you go to Stu's Quizbox or quizbox.com and you download it, you'll end up with a little icon like this. You can go ahead and launch it. So this lets you do a couple of different games. This is the full game. You can also do a shorter 20-question game or a real quickie 10-question game. Go and leave it on the big one. You can choose whether or not you want to allow negative scores. I'm a big fan of negative scores, so we're going to leave it at that. And then you can choose from 2, 3, 4, or 5, or 6 teams in a classroom setting. You can divide your whole class up into as many teams as you want. Go ahead and pick 2. You can give them names, and off you launch. So when you download it, it creates a folder in your computer and your C disk and quiz boxes, and in there are all the things that you need to run the game. So your different quizzes, your different skins, you can make different skins for it, and it will even upload MP3 sound into it. So that's actually pretty cool. So go in there and you pick a quiz. These are the ones that came loaded when I downloaded with. This is the one I created for emergency medical service. And off we go. So this is just my, you pick a couple of different pictures you can make skins with, your foreground and your background. And then up at the top is all of your, if you're going to edit this thing. So the way you write the questions, the way you make these quizzes up, is use your quiz box questions editor. And in here, this is where you write your questions, and then you also have your answers. And you can name your categories, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 categories. This allows you to put images in it and also MP3s if you want to do that. Exit out of that. So the way this works is you've got your classroom divided into different teams, and you've given them names, and everybody's very, very excited. Doing a little bit of research, there are actually buzzers, little battery-powered buzzers that you can use. And I guess if you're really excited about this, you can buy these things. My plan, when I do it with my class, is just go and have them raise their hand. Then you run it. You get to be Alex Trebek. So you just run it just like a normal Jeopardy game. It even has daily doubles, and at the end, there's also a final Jeopardy. So basically, you just pick a category. After you write the questions and stuff, we'll go terminology for 200, Alex. They read the question, pressure generated every time the heart contracts. Team 1 says minute volume. Nope, that's the wrong answer. Team 2 says stroke volume, or systolic. That's where I got stroke volume from. Boom, so they get those points. Turn to the board. Let's go med legal for 200. Voluntary consent for treatment. Team 1 says implied consent. Oh, Team 1 is wrong. Team 2 says informed consent. Hey, they get the points. And then you just go through them. And then eventually, as you get rid of all these little boxes, you'll see I have another little skin back there behind it. Some of these are daily doubles. This one. So my super quiz box. So you get to pick how much you want to risk. So they have 600 points, so it's kind of works just like a daily double. How much do we want to risk? Let's risk 400. Why are alligators abnormally aggressive? Because they got all them teeth and no toothbrush. So that's basically how this thing works. Go back to the board. It's got a fairly extensive help section on it that teaches you how to do pretty much anything you need to do with it. Creating the Excel template was actually, man, it was very easy. Instead of going back and putting those things in there individually, if you make it an Excel template, it'll actually upload it just like you created it. You can also go on the back end. You've got make a new quiz, and then when you rename it whatever you want to, when you save it, it saves it back in that folder that it created in your C drive. So you can upload as many quizzes as you want. You can also go back on their website and download quizzes that other people have made. So that's actually pretty handy as well. Anything else that this thing does? X out of that. The only frustrating thing about it is that it takes up your entire screen. You can't really do anything else with it. So when you're writing these quizzes, you're going back and forth from your paper to type in the questions and the answers in, and then you got to go back here and you got to exit out of the whole thing. But when you go ahead and relaunch it, then you're into a new game. So it's really the only frustrating thing about this. Go back and pick my quizzes. So let's look at this geography one. It's actually pretty cool. So it still uses my skin, which is actually kind of cool, but you can assign different skins to different ones. So anyway, that's how this thing works. If anybody has any questions, put it there in D2L, and I'll try to answer them as quick as I can get to them. Appreciate it.